Hi there, welcome to the Gardens at Graveyard channel. My name's Charisma, and today we're going to lift our dahlias. We have so many dahlias this year. I grew a whole bunch from seed, and we have an entire raised bed full of dahlias. We have multiple containers with dahlias. We also grew some by tuber. We have 2 raised beds full of dahlias, maybe like 2.5 actually. Um, and next year, I want to rearrange them and put them in a bunch of different areas, and they're going to be kind of color categorized. So I want to lift all my dahlias and sort them by color. Some of the dahlias I'm just going to transplant into their more permanent homes today because I live on the Oregon coast in a zone 9A, and my dahlias can overwinter in the ground. And I would prefer that than having to store them somewhere and figure out, storage solutions for them. Some of the dahlias will get stored until next year because the area that they're going in, um, needs to evolve a little bit before I start planting the dahlias. So we're going to do this a little bit of popcorn style. I'm going to go around and collect all of one color and put them all together. And then I'm going to go around and get the other color and so on until all the dahlias are dug that need to be dug. And then I can start moving color appropriate dahlias into their more permanent homes. I have plant tags that just look like this that I will write the name on and wrap it around a dahlia tuber, and that way I can keep them all organized and I know which dahlia is which. All the dahlias have been cut down to about 8 inches over the last couple of weeks, and in cooler climates you wait for the first frost and then you can dig up and lift your dahlias. But where I am, I won't get a hard frost until mid-December, sometimes not even until January. So I'm not waiting that long. By that time there will have been so much rain that some of the dahlias could have rotted, or it's just not a great time of year for me to be out lifting dahlias. So I'm doing it now. I've always done it kind of late fall, and it's worked out beautifully for me. So I will show you a little bit closer at each area that we're going to work. I'm going to start with my red burgundy dahlias. Most of them are like a deep, rich burgundy. I'm going to pull all those out because I think I have the least amount of those, and put them on a table, just sort of in their own color category. And then we'll go around and get all of our whites. And I have 2 one-offs, a cafe au lait, which is like a latte color, which could be considered white, but it's not a true white. And then a checker dahlia. And those were really deformed. So I'm going to pull up the dahlia tubers and see what the tubers look like. And if they look healthy, and then maybe it was like a thrip issue early in the season that I didn't catch, I'll save them. And if they look funky, I'm just going to compost them. So that's where we're at today. I'm going to check to see if my table's set up, and then we'll start pulling dahlias. So the first dahlias I'm going to dig up are here in the moon garden. I've got my tags made. One is for Rip City and one is for Cafe au Lait, because I did a whole black and white kind of deal in here this year. Next year it's going to be all white. So this is the Cafe au Lait. I was hoping to get one more bloom off of it a few weeks ago, but no such luck. It's just a little too cold. And then this is the Rip City, and you can see we've cut it down here. So I'm just going to take my fork here and gently, well, let's get this tag out of the way. I'm trying to do this one-handed for this one dahlia so you can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm just going to slip the fork down and kind of wiggle it around. We want to make sure that you're far enough away that you're not stabbing the actual tuber. So I like to just lift the soil a little bit, and then the soil's super wet, so it's going to be an interesting experience today. So I'm going to do it with this hand. So there's a nice big tuber in here. You could start seeing it right there. So I just kind of knock the soil away. So I've got this mondo grass. Okay, here we go. And there we go. There is the Rip City tuber, and these could be divided if we so chose. This one is just kind of came off of there. I don't even know if that's part of it or not. But anyway, we could divide these if we want, or we can just leave them in clumps. And the ones that are fairly small, oh, get a worm in there. Go on, Mr. Worm, get out of there. You don't want to be stored for the winter. The ones that are fairly small like this, I'm not going to bother dividing this year, but I will, after they're washed off, just make sure there's no broken necks or anything like that so that we can have good success. And then we'll do the same thing with this cafe au lait. So when we store them, we'll cut these handles off, but they're just kind of nice to hold on to while we're organizing. Oh, I just broke this. It's huge. It's like a potato. That would have been a really nice tuber to save. Huh? No, it's broken.
Oh, darn it.
Yeah. I think, I mean, I don't know because that's, I don't know. There's two right here. Hopefully those they have neck and body. Hopefully they've got a good eye. And there's a little tiny one right here that has a body and eye. So neck, body, and eye. So okay. Let's put these in the garage, and then we'll go find the rest of our dark burgundy ones. The next burgundy one is in this pot, and so we're going to dig that one out. So these dahlias were grown from seed, and I just named them for myself. This one I called Velvet Nights because it's like this really deep velvety, almost black burgundy. And I wonder if I should put shooting star so I remember that it's a seed from that family. Otherwise, I might look it up online and not find it. So, and since this is in a container with a bunch of other things, I just grabbed this little fork trowel thing to try to gently pull it up. There's a This thing made huge tubers from seed this year. We just planted this. Oh my God. Oh no. I'm trying not to dig up this K-anomalies that's just, just getting established. Might not be able to be helped. Oh my God. This is insane. Okay. Okay. This is crazy. This is... I might need that fork after all. Oh my God, I can't even get down to the bottom of this. It's hilarious. Okay. I thought these were gonna be like so easy. Oh, I don't want to break this one. Okay. Oh my word. Oh my word. Okay. That's fine. This is so wild. I grew that from seed. When did I plant this? Like February?
Yeah.
Look at the little even baby, little tiny. Oh my gosh. Wow.
There's 40 tubers in there.
Oh my gosh. Okay. But I was not expecting that. Okay. 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 Well, there's that. It's like I need like half a bag of soil over here. I was gonna move this dahlia, this orange one, to like a better location, but I feel like not like a better location in the pot. No, it's gonna be just as big. I don't need to do that. Is super wild. Okay. I like literally have to get more soil in here because all the rest of the plants are, where they are. So it's so crazy. Okay. But I can take out these annual tags and okay, well, no burgundy over here, right? Pink. Oh no, there's a lights out over here. The ball.
Oh
yeah. Yeah. Okay. So this is one that we grew from a tuber. So much more like chill. Okay, and then this one. Look at that thing. It's pretty wild. Looks like I broke it right there. Okay. So now I think those are all the burgundy ones out here. The other thing I want to do is dig these up and see what their tubers look like because their flowers were so deformed. It's broken. This one's broken. I'm not like immediately seeing anything wrong with them, so I feel like maybe it was just a thrip issue. I will be back. I'm going to set these on the table. Let's get some of these out of the way. This one didn't bloom. These two didn't bloom. Okay. So I'm a hottie. These are both gay princess. This is super weird. Okay. Jeez. Oh, wait. I actually need to get the pink one from that container over there. So I'm just going to move these over there. Okay. Let's get this guy out of here. This will be interesting because the root system here is pretty.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Nice. Yeah, you
Wow.
win. You win.
I know they're underneath there. There's more. This. These are crazy. Is that whole bed gonna be like this? Where all the seeded dahlias are? Oh my god.
Exactly.
Okay. Oh, this doesn't have a name yet. Okay. Give it a name. Okay, well. All right, so now we are at the dahlia bed, and all of these dahlias were grown from seed this year, and they were all from one seed packet from Florette Flower Farms, the Shooting Stars series. This one dahlia in this one pot back here is It Gets Crazy. It was grown from a tuber that we saved. So I'm going to pull this guy up and put it with the other Gets Crazy that I pulled out of the front yard. And then we're going to get into this bed. And I've tagged them all with tape and Sharpie. So I'm going to start with all my pinks and pull those out. And then we'll move through the different colors. So I've got them all sorted by color. We've got light pinks and dark pinks, yellows, oranges, magentas, and then we've got a bunch of assorted ones. All right, done with lunch, feeling more fueled up and ready to go on with this project. So as you can see, the bed is completely empty, our pots are empty, and now I have a ton of dahlias to do something with. So the first part of the phase is I know all of my orange and yellow dahlias are gonna go into my front yard, and all of my burgundy dahlias are going into the herb garden. So I would like to just get those in the ground. So basically we're doing a transplant, and I won't have to do anything special to store them. They would live underground if they had grown in those places and died back. So I'm gonna just pretend like that happened and put them in places where I want them to live next year. So that's what we're gonna do next. All right, I have all of our dahlias that we're going to plant into the front yard in my Gorilla cart here. And what I've done is just divided. These are orange, these are yellow and white. I've got some plant tone, and I've got biotone in this container here. I am using a Cuban Winners fertilizer bucket because they're nice and sturdy and I like it. So the plan is we have a big container there that had a white dahlia in it, and we're going to put one of these yellow or orange ones. Then we have these raised beds over here that had a mixture of tuber dahlias. We're going to plant 2 dahlias on each side. This container still has an orange, pink, white, sunset-y kind of dahlia in it that I grew from seed. So that's the only dahlia she's getting. And that container over there also has an orange dahlia. So we're gonna put a dahlia in this container, which used to have a pink one. So we'll put an orange or yellow one in there. And then I wanna put one right here in between these roses. And I wanna put one over here next to this rose and hose link. So I'm gonna just take a moment and think of the form of each one of these dahlias and the color, and just kind of imagine them all blooming together and how they are cohesive with one another. And I'll place them out, we'll get them planted, and I'll talk about which ones I chose for which space. Okay, the first one we're gonna put in is Beetlejuice, and I will put the pictures of all of these up on the screen so you can see exactly what I'm talking about, because most of these have just been named by me, not by a company, so you won't be able to find them online anywhere. All right, last phase for today. We're in front of the medicine garden. I have 4 clumps. I'm going to divide one. So I'll show you how I divide a dahlia clump, which will leave us with 3 different varieties: Ivanetti, and then what I dubbed Velvet Nights, and also Rip City. And they're all very, very dark black burgundy flowers. So let me lay them out. I'll show you where we're going to put them. We'll get them planted and wrap it up. The first thing I'm going to do is look over the entire clump and see if there's any damaged or broken tubers that need to be removed. I'm also assessing where the best placement might be to make a division, because sometimes we can just kind of wiggle the clump apart and like sort of dislodge pieces. But I will remove anything that is damaged or broken, or anything that's unnecessary. Sometimes removing the roots is a little bit helpful to have like a really clear view of what's going on. And sometimes you just kind of have to make a decision about getting into the middle of these clumps and sort of breaking them apart. Once I have all the dead and damaged pieces broken off of there, I start assessing the clump to see where I can clearly see pieces that have the body, neck, and eyes or growth points. And then, removing any dirt or like the tag and stuff, just to really see every little piece. It looks like there might be a way to kind of wiggle this one, so I'm going to try to do it. Like so. And so here you could see that they have pulled apart. I'm just going to remove anything that looks weak or damaged, and not worry about trying to save them. And then just looking to see if there's eye, neck, body, and because this clump is fairly small, I'm going to go ahead and leave it as like a little clump rather than dividing each and every one of these tubers. Although that is a possibility, you could just find each one of the tubers and see if they had the 3 components that are necessary, and cut them in such a way that there's essentially 4 tubers there. We're going to leave this one in a clump for now. And this one, the same thing. After we wiggled it apart, we're just checking and assessing and making sure anything that feels like loose or broken, I'll go ahead and remove those. And then we'll store this as a clump as well. Okay, great day. We got all of our dahlias dug up, digged up, dug up from the places that I don't want them anymore, and new dahlias put in their place. Many areas still got dahlias, just a different color or form. And we got dahlias in new spaces in the herb garden, which I'm really excited about. And now we just have to, we'll plant up our white dahlias in the moon garden together in another video.